Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now in today's video, I'm going to be grading all of the new Premier League home kits for this upcoming season. I'm going to be grading them out of 10, with 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, so let's get into the video. Okay guys, I have moved over to the side so I have somewhere on the screen to put the picture of the shirts. I've got all the shirts up in front of me on my laptop. I'm going to be going in alphabetical order, which means Arsenal are up first, my club, and don't worry, I'm not going to be biased. There's no club rivalries involved in this video. I'm just giving my honest opinion on all of the shirts, so let's get started. Starting off with Arsenal then. Now this shirt definitely divided opinions when it first got leaked. A lot of people were saying it looks like an Ajax shirt, and personally that doesn't really bother me. I can see why people were saying that. Of course it's got the white stripes down the side. I personally really like the look of this shirt. I think it's classy, I think it's sleek, I think it's very Arsenal, to be honest. It's quite simple, there's not a lot going on, but it's smart and it looks good. Now I've personally bought this shirt, so you know, maybe I'm a little bit biased. I'm trying not to be, but I do think it's a very beautiful shirt. I know a lot of Arsenal fans really love this one, so I'm going to give it a strong 8 out of 10. Let's move on now to Aston Villa. Now, this shirt kind of was a bit of a disappointment in my opinion. It looks very similar to their shirt from last season. It's the traditional claret and blue colours and it has stripes down the middle. Last year's shirt was very similar, but the difference this year is that the shirt has much darker and thicker stripes, and personally I'm not really vibing with it. I don't think it looks that great. I actually prefer their shirt from last season. I'm not a fan of them not being very creative. They haven't really changed it up much, and to be honest I think they've made it worse this season, so I'm just going to give it a very average 6 out of 10. Next club on my list are Brentford, newly promoted to the Premier League of course. You'd expect them to turn up with a fire kit, something fresh, something that looks amazing, but for me, unfortunately, I think they have totally missed the mark of this one. Of course, they've stuck with the traditional red and white stripes, but I think they've just gone over the top with it this season. It just doesn't look right in my opinion. Last season they had the black detailing around the neckline, and they also had the solid red sleeves, and this year it's just red and white stripes all over on the sleeves. There's not much going on with the neckline. I just don't think it looks very good. It kind of reminds me of the TGI Fridays restaurant's workers outfit, uniform, whatever you want to call it. I just don't think it looks that good, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Right, let's take a look at the next shirt then. Now this one belongs to Brighton, and to be honest I am loving the look of this shirt. They've gone for blue and white stripes, thick ones though this time, and it also has the accents of yellow, which I think looks so nice. Of course they've got the yellow night tick, but they also have these sort of yellow stripes down the side of the shirt, and it just looks really beautiful. Very smart. I think if I was a Brighton fan I would definitely be buying this shirt. It looks really good on the players from what I've seen of these pictures, and yeah, I think they've smashed this one, to be honest. I'm going to give it a strong 9 out of 10. Up next we have the Burnley shirt, and they have tried to do something kind of creative this season. They've gone for this funky pattern on the sleeves, sort of blue and white, and then they've gone for the sort of claret centre part of the shirt. I really like the neckline. I'm not quite sure if the pattern works with this shirt. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I think they tried to make it funky and cool, but in practice it kind of didn't really come off that way. It's very average in my opinion. I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10 for the effort though. Let's move on now to the Chelsea shirt. Now this one is probably my least favourite shirt out of all of the new shirts. What were they thinking when they made this? Were they drunk? Were they on drugs? I mean, it literally looks like an optical illusion. It looks like when you rub your eyes really hard and you open them again and you can see all these random patterns. It's quite a bizarre shirt, to be honest. I really don't like looking at it. It makes me feel a bit dizzy. I quite like the yellow accents, the tick, and then also the yellow down the sides. I think that looks quite cool. It's just the pattern that really makes me hate this shirt so much. I think if you're going to play in a shirt as ugly as that, you have got to own it. You have got to win the league, make it legendary. Will they do it? I don't know. I'm going to give this shirt a 2 out of 10. Sorry guys. to the Everton shirt then. This one for me, I feel like people are either going to love or they're going to hate it. I personally really love it. I think it looks really cool, really modern. I think the pattern is very unique, kind of random, I won't lie. They have these sort of horizontal lines that clash and don't meet, but I think it works really well with the shirt. You also have the pop of colour, you have the yellow detailing on the bottom of the sleeves, the neckline looks really good. I just think this is a really sexy shirt and I think the players are going to look really, really good in it. I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, up next we have Leeds United, and this one is another very, very fresh and cool looking shirt. Now, some may say it's very simple. It is just sort of a plain white shirt with the logo and then obviously the sponsor and whatever else is going on. But I really, really love the three yellow stripes on the shoulders. It really complements the logo. I just think this is a really, really nice looking shirt. I would personally love to wear this if I was a Leeds fan. I think the players are going to look sick in it. Yeah, just very simple, very fresh, but totally does the job. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Leicester City are up next, and I think they've done a fairly good job with this shirt. They've gone for this kind of underlying pattern. It's not in your face, but it also adds a little bit of flair to the shirt. I can't really say what that pattern is. I think it kind of looks like a water pattern, I'm not sure. It does look pretty cool though, I won't lie. They've gone for some gold accents on the sleeves and around the neckline. Really like the neckline, really like the three stripes, you know, the traditional Adidas stripes on the shoulders. Overall, I think this is quite a nice looking kit. It's not sort of the best kit I've ever seen, but it's certainly not the worst at all. I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. Let's move on now to Liverpool. Now, I really cannot make my mind up about this shirt, whether I like it or dislike it. I think it's very much down the middle. It's okay. It's not one that I look at and think, wow, that is a really, really good looking shirt. But I also don't look at it and think it's ugly. I think the colours work quite nicely together. I really, really like the orange detailing around the neckline and on the bottom of the sleeves as well. I'm not so sure about these sort of diagonal lines that kind of break up as they go down. I think that looks kind of strange. I mean, it adds a bit of something to the shirt at least, but yeah, very average in my opinion. I'm just going to go for a 7 out of 10. Right, I'm now going to move on to the Manchester club, starting with Man City. Now, this is a very, very underwhelming shirt if you ask me. I really, really don't like that sort of subtle underlying print they've gone for. It doesn't really add anything to the shirt for me. It just makes it look a little bit fuzzy and it's just not for me at all. I think the neckline looks unfinished. It could have definitely done with a trim or something. They have kind of cool panels down the sides that only go halfway. I do quite like them, but overall this is definitely not a sexy shirt at all in my opinion. I'm going to have to give this a 5 out of 10. Moving over to the red side of Manchester then, Manchester United, and this is another kit which kind of fell short in my opinion. I think they went for this retro vibe and it just didn't really pay off. They've got a very thick white neckline, 3 stripes on the shoulder, and then they have stripes going down the middle of the shirt, which to be honest I just don't think were necessary. You can barely see them from afar. I just think that was an unnecessary detail which kind of makes the shirt look a bit messy. It's a bit clunky, it's kind of ugly in a way. I don't know if Man United fans like this shirt, but personally I think it's kind of missed the mark. It's quite strange as well seeing their new shirt partner, Team Viewer. Of course, we're all used to seeing Chevrolet by now. That might be what's sort of thrown me off this shirt, I'm not sure. I just don't really love it that much. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. On to Newcastle United then. Now, I think this shirt had a lot of potential. There's just one thing that is really, really annoying me about it, and I know it's annoying a lot of other people too. It's the big 4 in the centre of the shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, I think once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. There is a big 4 at the middle, at the top of the middle of this shirt. The way they've designed it with the buttons going down and then the placement of the sponsorship, the partner, sorry, it's created a 4 and it is so annoying. Once you've seen it, you will see it every single time you see this shirt. I think this shirt could have been really, really nice. It's smart, it's very Newcastle United, but yeah, that just ruins it for me. It's going to have to be a 6 out of 10 for that reason. Next up we have Norwich, and this one is definitely very, very Norwich. It's very traditional. They've gone for the green and yellow as they always do. I really like the sleeves on this one. They're a kind of a block green with yellow stripes going through. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of how it's kind of like a big square in the centre because of the green detailing on the shoulders. I think that looks a tiny little bit strange, but overall, very average, very smart, very Norwich. I'm just going to give it a 7 out of 10. The next shirt belongs to Southampton, and for me, they have gone one step too far with the shirt. They've overcomplicated it when it didn't need to be overcomplicated. I really, really don't like these sort of chevrons that are going down in the white stripes. They're faded, they look a bit messy, everything's kind of all over the place. The neckline is kind of cool, unique, different, but yeah, I think this one has way too much going on. It doesn't look nice when you look at it, it's just all over the place. I think this has got to be a 5 out of 10. Next we've got the Tottenham shirt, and they have gone very, very simple this year. They've essentially just brought out a white shirt with nothing else much going on. Got the logo, got the Nike logo, and then their partner in the middle, and that's pretty much as far as it goes with this shirt. I think there's a little bit of texture or something, but it definitely does not scream excitement. In fact, it screams dull, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an Arsenal fan. If Arsenal released a shirt like that, just sort of a plain red shirt with nothing else but the logo and the branding on, I'd be really, really disappointed. Not sure how the Tottenham fans feel about this shirt. Maybe they love it, I'm not sure, but for me, very disappointing. It's got to be a 3 out of 10. Next shirt I'm going to be grading is the Watford shirt, and this to me, I don't know about anyone else, but this just doesn't look like a football shirt, a professional Premier League football shirt. I think it kind of looks like a t-shirt you might buy sort of on ASOS or on the high street or something. It just doesn't shout, I'm a professional Premier League football shirt. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's kind of a cool, funky pattern, the yellow and black stripes, but I just don't know what it is about this shirt. It just does not look right, and to be honest, I'm just going to have to give it a 5 out of 10. Up next we have my personal favourite, the best in my opinion, new home shirt of this upcoming season, and it belongs to West Ham United. Now, when I first saw this shirt, I was super, super impressed. To me, it looks classy, it looks smart, it's just everything is in proportion, it looks really, really amazing. I love the collar, I love the shoulders, the sleeves, it all works really, really well together, and it's just a very, very sexy shirt in my opinion. It looks super good on the players. If I was a West Ham fan, I would have bought this by now. It is really, really lush. They've just smashed it out of the park. To be honest, I'm going to give them a 10 out of 10. On to the final shirt of this video then, and that belongs to Wolverhampton Wanderers, and this shirt is very, very orange. That's the first thing I've got to say about it. I think there is too much orange going on. Of course their colour is orange, all of their home kits are likely to be mainly orange, I do understand that, but I think they could have done a bit more with the black accents. Of course there's this line around the neckline, a black line, there's black on the bottom of the sleeves, and then also some dots and some random other bits, but I think they could have done a little bit more with the sort of added extras, the black details. I think it's just too orange. I know I keep saying it, but another average shirt in my opinion. I'm just going to give it a 6 out of 10. Anyway guys, I think I will end that video here. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do smash a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you're new, and also leave a comment. Let me know which of the home kits is your favourite, which ones you don't really like. I'd love to know your opinions, and I'll see you guys all very, very soon.